Touch and go. Didn't broke anything. Let me broke anything. Let me send you a new helmet. All good, all good. Let's go, let's go. Keep eye on the ball, please. Yeah. Well done. That's a brilliant interview. That was excellent. That's just standing there like a complete third wheel.
Love the words of wisdom from Shia DeFreedy as well. Just keep you on the ball, please. Be very polite as well.
He's a relaxed man, Chris Gale, that is for sure. He's in a real contest, though. Might be a charity game tomorrow. Mills is flying in. Again. Chris Gale. He's off the mark. Gives the big salute to the crowd.
The crowd loves it as well. First runs off Jamal Mills after 11 deliveries. Chris Gale finds himself up the other end. So at least one delivery just to have a bit of a breather. Yes, it's a charity game. Just got to make sure that compensation was players. Notice too, the two short balls that Mills has bowled, it's just slightly different in the bounce that's coming through and the pace as well.
On the spice, but I think he's got enough of it. He has. Just gets over mid-wicket. He's bowled an excellent couple of overs. 26.
Dad?
Change of bowling, towards building of cricket grounds in the Caribbean. Donate. Please go to skysports.tv/hurricane. Well, you're blessed because Chris Gale in his sights. There's 24 on 12 balls. Chris Gale 2 from 12. Not often you'd be saying that. Go on, Chris.
Didn't see a lot of that during the recent IPL. So a lot of big sixes from Chris Gale. Those hands need to get ready, sir. I think most of the players out here in the middle want to be peppering this crowd as much as possible. Huge thank you to all these people that have rocked up today. Yes, we talk about the importance of infrastructure, but it's more than just buildings. It's about community in the West Indies. It's such a big part.
That's why he's not quite got hold of that length, really. Just what a players, Chris Gale. Times we look to come forward to that length. This just hangs on that back foot. He's got a fraction fuller than he's so quick onto the front stool.
I think what's going through his mind at the moment is trying to get a sense of the different paces at either end here at Lord's. Like the outfit fellas.
Got hold of that. There's someone out there. So just kicks it back in.
He's a magnet at the moment.
I have no idea. I was like looking into the crowd, to be honest. My left foot, I lost my left foot. Well, that is what we see here is Nasser's view. He was right down his throat. Can you could just have a go. What if it's going for 6? It's out the boundary. Oh, good shot. Short and wide.
Well, this is the danger for Carrera coming on when Mills has been bowling so very well the other end. Both Gale and Lewis will be looking to try and capitalise or make up for runs not scored. It's it wrong. He's given width and length on this occasion. We've already said, Rob, he loves anything short. He gets into position very quickly. He'll probably be saying, finally, I found a gap on the offside as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's had to go up and over. He wanted to beat them so far, but that time, well, it's 78 mile an hour. Got to be pretty straight. Even that might not be enough. 34, 15. Lewis waiting on the back foot again.
Dinesh Karthik out patrolling the boundary line. So different to see him on the boundary, no gloves in hand, usually behind the stumps. Luke Ronke's got that job today. Love to see everyone rocking up today, but also supporting them. A lot of West Indian tops in the crowd. People having an absolute ball so far. Why wouldn't you be?
Nice piece of timing, good bit of fielding. 39 for none.
On this, I love the way in which Andre Russell goes about the game. When he is on fire, he is a match winner with both bat, ball, plus the field. He's taken some of the most magnificent catches, saved runs. He is the complete all-round cricketer of mine.
Yeah, I think you're actually right. You get real value for money with him. He's in the heat of the game all the time. Takes the new ball, generally bowls real pace, bowls at the death, gun fielder as well. You always want him in the hot seat, and he's in that crucial position around 5 or 6 when, well, maybe a bit high, but when you need someone to win you a game, whether it's 12 and over or more, he's the one you send in. Mind you, this fella ain't bad, albeit Chris Gale at the moment is losing this battle to Tamal Mills.
Oh, it's so exciting at the moment. What's he got?
Bottom of the bat, but that doesn't matter. Finally, he gets Mills away for a boundary.
He's got a lot of bottom hand. That's what he's got on that occasion. He's sitting slightly wrong there. He knew he was going to go hard at him early. And this as well, just years of experience here from Chris Gale. Still deep in the crease. He knows that if he just clears the inner circle, field's still up, he'll find the boundary.
About a change in the field, a long leg in, backward square leg. Oh, Slavel, toe of the bat again. Mid on, he's interested. Oh, just evading.
Mitch McClenaghan did everything right. Good pace across the ground. Wanted the ball, most importantly. Sometimes when you see the ball skied like that with bowlers, batters running back on it, they're just not 100% sure. He always wanted to look at the eyes on the ball, realise he needed to put in the dive. Yeah, it was a very good effort.
Yeah, more changes to the field. Third man up, long on, now in. Mitch McClenaghan, he just missed that ball. Couldn't make that ball. It's gone into long on. Holland Mills.
This is the tough thing for Shahid Afridi too. He comes in as captain of the World 11, has seen a lot of these players before, but hasn't been captain of them. He needs to now try and read and understand what's going through Tamal Mills' mind. Communication with Luke Ronke is going to be really important as the wicketkeeper to try and get as much information as possible so he can make the best decisions out in the middle. I think I've just taken him in stride though.
Yeah, he doesn't look too phased at the moment. Didn't look too phased at the toss either. I reckon he's been fairly relaxed for this game. Just waited for that. Just waited for the slow ball.
Yeah, 50 comes up as well. And that's what got him into a great position, was the ability just to hold his shot. Opened up the front leg, tried to open up the field. Got that slightly slower delivery, 70 miles an hour. But now all of a sudden you're starting to get the sense his placement is coming into his game. 39 from 17, Lewis.
Quick ball. Really good comeback. Nasser's just behind the keeper, or just the first slip, really. Can you see what's coming when Tamar Mills is at the top of his mark?
No, absolutely not. Obviously, there's a massive change-up. What's noticeable about Mills is his pace. I mean, serious pace. And his change-up is very late. The only thing I'd say is about as a captaincy, and O'Shea's fairly relaxed, but he bowled him 2 overs because Chris Gale was struggling. He went for that third over. And just in this third over, more importantly than me picking him, I think the batsmen have just started picking his quicker ball and slower ball.
Slow ball to finish the over. 51 for none.
6 o'clock, it's 51.
Rob, I'll try and show you the view from slip. Obviously, that's a view that we've never had before in any kind of cricket, really. Full speed of Tamar Mills. And the keeper is so far back, and he's getting it to carry through. I mean, by far, the quickest bowler on show by a country mile. I know Mitch McClenaghan was trying to use cutters, etc., but the speed of Tamar Mills is serious, and you are a long, long way back. And it just shows how good these guys are, that they're picking up the speed and the changes of pace.
They look quick from here, actually. One of the first times you can really see the pace. Someone like Tamar Mills is quick. They don't look quick, just like what we showed you then. Let's really see that ball fly through.
The other thing that tells you about the pace is you can actually hear the ball hitting Luke Ronke's gloves. There's a real thwack to it.
Nonchalant, he just leant on that down the ground. 20. This guy, you just feel the power play is done. 6 overs went 51, so just feel that this is Chris Gale time now. All on for young and old. Field is set. Doesn't have Tamar Mills bowling at him either. What was that one? Slow ball, 71 mile an hour. Ready on the leg side. The cover is in. Oh, that is brilliant fielding. You can really see that from the angle that we're at. That ball was travelling, and McClenaghan has done excellent.
Outstanding. We saw an attempted catch in the last over by McClenaghan where he almost got hands to it. This is brilliant from the big quick. Good pace across the ground. Fantastic dive. Well and truly up for this match.
Oh, and just a bit of touch. More about power and elegance that time. Just smart batting and touch play.
It's an area that Evan Lewis likes to play the ball in. And when he's playing well, he just uses the pace. You can see on this occasion, doesn't try and overhit it at all. Most important thing at this ground, because he's hitting down the slope, the ball is always going to run well, is the placement. And he got that spot on. Slight adjustment in the field, short third, just a little bit squarer.
Foot again. A couple couple of tweets in. Liz Ward, hi Rob, what's with Brixby's card NASA is wearing? What was that? Rising Damp, if you remember that. Scott says NASA always ran away from a high catch. The pack that he has around his stomach does him no favours. Says it's a good job I'm not doing it. I need the pack. In the game, might be busy out there with that sort of line and length.
Might be busy, but I think you'll be pretty happy if it's just singles to Chris Gale at the moment. He's got 19 deliveries for his 12. Thankfully, at the other end, though, even Lewis going along swimmingly. Strike rate of 200 plus, 45 from 22.
Oh, that sounded like the middle. It was the middle. That's got a long way. 50 up for Evan Lewis. It has been a masterclass. 7-9, 65 for none.
All the fun you need this half term.
We have a change up here. Actually, very flowery shirts, actually. Not sure which one works most. Take you through, we have Ian Ward and Simon Doyle.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, you said it sounded good, Wardy. It sounded very good. Even though it's a powerful player.
He's been mighty impressive so far. 23 deliveries for 51, and he's hit 4 sixes. He really has got the pace of this pitch. It looks to me from side on, a sort of like deep sort of fine leg to the left hand. It's a little bit stoppy. Chris Gale has had his problems with the pace of 2 Mile Mills when it's been slammed into the surface. Not for Lewis. He's hit some powerful shots. He's hit some deft shots. That cut, late cut down to third man. But now the challenge. So it's a dry pitch. It's been prepared by Mick Hunt and his team for a long time for the test match. How much spin will Rashid Khan get? He was brilliant in the IPL, wasn't he? You were out there for a long time.
Yeah, had 2 bad games in the IPL. One of them against the Kings 11 Punjab. 2 in a row went for 50. And one of them against Chris Gale. I was thinking about this wide comes in first ball, but I was thinking which end he would prefer. Now he's gone with the end that will help the leg spinner turn more. He always turns his wrong end a lot anyway. So possibly the best option. That leg here, it's turning down leg, missing leg stump. I take a leg by. Nass, what have you got for us out there?
Well, I mean, it's the first time I've seen Rashid Khan live, and Luke Ronke, it's the first time he's spoken to me with a little bit of a warning. He didn't say anything with Tamal Mills at 90 mile an hour, but he just said, watch out for this lad. He's quick. The leggies look like googlies. The googlies look like leggies. Out of the first 2 deliveries, I've picked them both wrong. So he has got a seriously quick arm, and you have to watch that ball out of his hand. He's very quick. He is a Freedy-like.
Spun away over the top, over the head of Mitch McClenaghan. Into the grandstand for 6.
You can't hit the leggy, you can always sweep it. And Lewis has done that brilliantly. 56 from just 24 deliveries. It's the wrong one, pitched just outside leg stump. Didn't matter, got enough of it. Playing a gem of a knock here. The pace of the game that we're always trying to bring viewers at home. TV doesn't really do the pace of international sport justice. And you're thinking Formula One, how fast they're going up Eau Rouge, how far golfers hit the ball, how fast downhill skiers go. So to get someone out there and us right on the boundary edge just gives us a little insight. Hopefully you a big insight at home.
This time, no timing.
If you're the batsman, This is what you're trying to do with Rashid Khan. You're trying to pick him and play him. That's how quick it is, and you've got to try and read all the variations, the subtle differences in his action, in his wrist position, in the seam position, pick the line, pick the length, and you have a split second to make that decision and execute the shot.
Oh, big appeal, yes. Right in front. This is first up.
Just over 62 miles an hour, push through on a good length. Pitching in line, skidding on. Oh, it's hit above the knee roll. But Rashid Khan has made the breakthrough. It's a wonderful innings from Evan Lewis, and he's gone for 58 from just 26 deliveries. Windies 75 for 1 after 7 overs and 5 balls. No DRS in this game. But you can see, I think Evan Lewis was just wondering if he could send it upstairs. No such joy. 10 runs from the over, but the wicket.
So what's the first? The Windies. Andre Fletcher. Now the power keeps coming. Because he too, very powerful striker. Averaging the strike rate, don't do his.
He's got a slip in place. Oh, wouldn't you? And a backstop, yeah. And in grey. The grey man. Leggy or Wrongen first up?
Leggy first up, I picked that one. 8 overs gone, 75 for 1.
Lovely innings. Did it pitch in line? Yes. Was it straight? Yes. Was it going over the top? No. No reviews, none needed. Very good decision. But maybe Evan Lewis was just disappointed that he missed it. It's going to be a challenge. And he has gone for 10 in his first over. But he's a wicket taker. Anyway, what's key having a go at our shirt? What's that all about?
The day I take dress advice from Rob Key is the day I stop wearing clothes. Nobody wants to see that. Got a little bit of information for Nas in Rashid Khan's next over. Something to look out for. So Malik back into the attack.
So it's a decent start for Windies. Pass it down to Evan Lewis. So Gale has been out there since the start, 42 minutes ago, and he's faced 22 deliveries, only got 14. So Fletcher's going to just take a little time to get used to conditions. So this is perhaps where Gale needs to take full control.
Rings around the wicket. Right hand Fletcher. Talking about his power as well. He's got immense power. Stats don't do Andre Fletcher justice. Disappointing in his own right. See Sandeep Lamichhane either.
Oh, you heard from him earlier. Lovely little interview he did with Rob Key and Rashid Khan. Two great stories. 17 years of age. Nepalese and Afghan-born Rashid Khan. That single brings Gale onto strike. There is a long on, a long off, a man on the sweep, a deep cow corner, which I think could be an action. We've got our man down there as well.
struggled, hasn't he, Gale?
Just ain't going.
23.
Doesn't look going. I mean, Dumal Mills is, what Key was saying earlier, had him on toast a couple of years ago down at Hove. He bowled the speed of light with a gale, a howling gale up his backside running down the hill. Nice shot. I think Fletcher will be able to come back for two comfortably, and Gale trots up back to the strikers then. 81 for 1.
Tidy over though, 6 from it. Red Emirate in the middle there. Carlos Brathwaite, skipper.
Andy Flower is in charge of this team. He's taken over temporary duties of Andrew Strauss as well because of his wife's problems. Mike Selvey is the match manager today. Nine from Rashid Khan's first over, but the wicket of Lewis.
Straight, powerful. It was just a small dose of the power from Andre Fletcher.
Yeah, a little bit slower from Rashid Khan as well. That was just over 50 miles an hour. He's been up close to 64 miles an hour. Hitting with the spin as well on that occasion. And he didn't try and overhit it. Strong lads, they're all strong lads. See the size of Dre Russ when he's in here, my goodness. Unlike us puny cricketers back in the day.
Hey! Nice. They're all dwarfed by Brathwaite. He is enormous. Lead spinner on that occasion. Gets that scrambled seam, so it makes it difficult as well to tick, and the arm speed makes it difficult too. That's one little thing though, and I was going to get NASA to jump in behind Luke Ronke again, but you see a lot more of the ball 3 strides into Rashid Khan's delivery. 3rd stride, his right arm is down beside his thigh. You see a lot more of the ball for the leg spinner than you do for the wrong end.
He played in the best in the IPL. Who started to work him out? Did anyone try and work him out?
Chris Gale faced 18 deliveries from Rashid in the IPL, hit him for 48 in 18 deliveries. Probably the best.
Probably that one. On his interview, he said they were making the pitches flatter for him this year. He wasn't the second leading wicket taker or something in IPL.
Yeah, behind Andrew Tye, who was outstanding with the slower balls. It's one of the great innovations this year. I thought so many bowlers with the knuckleball just floating out. Andrew Tye was outstanding. Siddharth Kaul, who you'll see here on the Indian tour later this summer in England. Wrong end, picked by Fletcher. He's a keeper, so maybe has a bit of benefit with that. Halfway through, 10 gone, 87 for 1.
Australia Dam presents
We've got a lovely atmosphere here at Lord's for this hurricane relief game, and if you'd like to help out, you can donate by going to the website. That'll tell you how to do it, skysports.tv/hurricane.
Oh, got him straight through. It was quicker. 56 mile an hour from Shoaib Malik, and straight through. Chris Gale's misery comes to an end.
Yeah, Universe Boss didn't quite get going today, did he? And his struggles against Dumal Mills and couldn't quite get the pace and the tennis ball bounce feeling of this pitch. And he's just been clean bowled by one. Pushed through a little bit quicker from Shoaib Malik. 18 for the big man, 87 for 2.
Yeah, not yet, Lynchy. Marlon Samuels comes to the crease here to join Andre Fletcher. It'll be interesting to see what the word is between these two, whether there is a word or not.
Hi, Nasser, how are you?
How are you going?
Good.
What's the role here? What are you going to do?
The role is to take me on. I know him. As usual.
Go well.
They're best buddies. They're best buddies. You may not have heard this, Dooley, but on an interview a while ago, Marlon Samuels was saying that Nasser Hussain was his favourite cricketer of all time. I mean, dear, oh dear.
He must be the only one, Marlon.
Must be. What do you reckon? Has to be.
He's been the chief contributor for both World 2020 wins for the West Indies, Marlon Samuels. And one stage in the second T20 win for the West Indies, he was basically out of favour for a long time. Came out, just blitzed it. Both finals, man of the match, and both of the World T20 finals that the Windies have won. Just a sensational performer on the big stage when the chips are down a little bit.
Yeah, well, Carlos Brathwaite rightly got the headlines for the victory over England in Kolkata, but Marlon certainly played his part in that tournament. Can every now and again, though, get stuck and go nowhere, and West Indies can't have that now. Just wondered if they were tempted at the halfway point just to throw in a bit of a wild card. Throw in Dre Russ, see if he can take the long handle. So see it differently.
Chris Gale just pushed through, wasn't it, from Shoaib Malik? Gale probably expected it to turn down the hill a little bit. Just skidded straight on between bat and pad. What's that say about Dre Russ? You kind of know you've made it when you've got your name on your shoes, don't you? And you've just got Dre Russ on your shoes. You kind of know you've made it.
Just looking at your rippers. No basketball boots.
Goes this time. Has he got enough of it? I think he has. I think he has. Straight down to the pavilion.
Yeah, it's a long hit down towards the pavilion at Lord's. Entirely convinced Marlon got all of it, but he got certainly enough of it. That's what batsmen do nowadays. They can just stand there and whack it for six, and they don't care there's a man down at long on, because if they get it, it'll be six.
Mid-wicket this time. That is a long way back. Six more.
Two excellent shots. One pretty straight and one that he just worked with the slope, worked with the spin. And again, he didn't try and overhit it. Such is the confidence of the batsman now that they don't have to thrash at the ball. It's just a flick of the wrist.
Well, where's Nasser to walk into Shoaib Malik and say, yeah, you were right. His job is to take you on. Three dots in the over. Turn, slowed it up nicely to finish. 100 for two.
Yeah, 11 gone. A wicket in the over, a wide, 3 dots and 2 sixes. And Marlon still talking. Rammed in next on the card, then Andre Russell. Captain Carlos Brathwaite. We're going to have another leggy into the action. Rashid Khan has rolled a couple of overs. Captain's going to have a go.
Now the skipper, Shahid Afridi, 38 years of age. Average economy rate, 82 bowls. Very quick. Well, he used to.
That looked a little tentative. He's hobbling away. He was having a look at his knee just before he started this spell. I thought he was just having a little run through. Then he let go of the ball.
Oh, yes, yes. That's the beauty of bowling slow. Stand there. Wait till they come to you, Shahid. They're on their way now as teammates. He strikes.
He knew exactly what he was doing, on 1.5 legged or not. read the pace of the pitch beautifully. No, I think slower's going to work here. Give it a bit of air. Let's tempt the batsman. And Fletcher took the bait. Simple stumping for Luke Ronke. We've seen that before from Shahid Afridi, that celebration. 100 for 3. 11 overs and 2 balls gone, and Fletcher's gone for 7.
Skipper into the attack. Just the second delivery. It's only 50 mile an hour as well, so really slow. Making Andre Fletcher create any pace.
That's Dinesh Ramdin. 2 matches in his international T20 career. Best against you blokes, Dooley. Back in 2014 at Wellington.
Around a long time, Dinesh Ramdin. Wicketkeeper batsman. Oh, did that hit pad first? He was interested. It was the wrong end.
Yeah, good delivery. Honing in on off stump as Ramdin looked to play off the back foot. Yeah, Batch needed that as well.
Actually, wasn't the wrong end. It just maybe skidded on. Yeah, look at Fletcher certainly turned though.
Just used to Afridi firing it in really quickly, and that was like a real slow, loopy leggy. That should have given that. For the umpire, the third umpire. That was Marlon play it here. Had to go at Shoaib Malik downtown a couple of times in the last over.
And a turn again, leading edge. Super over from Afridi, 101 for 3.
Really was a good over. We saw him bowl the first delivery. We thought, oh dear, he's not fully fit. Brilliant delivery to get rid of Fletcher. And just a single. Here comes the youngster, Dooley.
There he is, young man, Sandeep Lamichhane, age 17, so he's 21 years younger than Shahid Afridi at the other end.
It's a great story with him and Rashid Khan, but 17-year-old involved in this fixture. Playing for the ICC World 11 against the reigning World T20 champions. Come on, youngsters, start well.
Good start. There's not a lot of top-level international cricket played by Nepal, but one thing the Asian countries do in particular is play their 18, don't care, good enough, throw him in, give him an opportunity. He's got confidence, this young man.
Got a bit of drift too from that first delivery. Shane Warne's watching, he'll be saying that's because he's got revs on it, which is a good sign, another good sign.
He was good in the IPL. He only got the last 3 games when Delhi Daredevils finally woke up. Realised that Glenn Maxwell probably wasn't the best option. Gave Lamichhane an opportunity. There's the wrong end.
Good start. 2 nice leggies, a wrong un. Interesting also that his leggies, we'll see the wrong un here. Nicely pitched on a good line of leg. His leggies, you can see him is more orthodox other than the scrambled nature of Rashid Khan.
Oh, he got that. Gee, that sounded good. That's like Rowhead, isn't it?
Over the pod. It's hit something very hard behind us. I hope that's not too expensive, but that's the third six for Marlon Samuels. Another wonderful strike down towards a pavilion end. I think he picked it. It's a sweet strike.
Just the plastic chairs, nothing to be worried about. Courage in the youngster, though, floating it up.
I like that, Rashid Khan just going over and having a little word.
Fine. Tamal Mills. Go on, son. Go on, lad. He got there. The big fella.
Yeah, but how many have they run? He bowls absolute thunderbolts, but you're not going to win the 100 metres. It was a good effort, though. Rope burn on the back, not nice.
Rise like a back row rugby forward, isn't he? Like a seven or a 6. Well, 12 runs from Namichane's first over. 113 for 3.
He looks disappointed, but in fairness, he landed it. He showed his variations. It was a good shot from Marlon Samuels to take him downtown for 6. Brady has shuffled the pack. 7 bowlers used. Brady's figure so far off the 6 ball. Useful. Is going to continue from the nursery end. So they're saying he's going to bowl it slower. How do they adjust their tactics?
They're right-handers. They've got to look to extra cover, don't they? Round about over Nasser's head. Not where Nasser is. I think it's a good spot. Afridi's going to continue to bowl those slower leggies. He got the length. He was after Marlon Samuels. Dealing in 6s at the moment. That's his fault. Has he caught it?
I think he might have. He's celebrating like he has. Slow leggy. And he just had to check himself there, Marlon Samuels. He did extremely well. Because he could have got himself into a bit of a muddle and rushed things and tried to lose his shape and hack it across the line and muscle it. He didn't.
Oh, yep.
Really wide. Looking at the surface, though, and a bit of the slow nature of it. New ball's key. 170, 175.
Oh.
More than useful. Oh, quick, and a fine edge from Samuels. That'll race away for 4.
First time, really, that Brady has tried to put anything onto it in terms of pace. And the first time Marlon Samuels has had a thrash at one. In fact, it was like a seamer. Samuels, who's played some really nice shots with complete control, going a long way for 6, just thrown its hands at that. Bit lucky off the outside edge.
Back-to-back good overs for the Windies. Brady was very tidy, 1 for 1 off the first. Bowl that one again. Tidy up the cover boundary. 6 overs remaining, 127 for 3. there. Get your donations in. SkySports.tv/Hurricane. 6 overs to go. Time for a change. I was going to say up here, but down here, ground level in the pod. Ishigua and Malja.
Thanks, Dooley. Yeah, we've got rid of the floral shirt brigade. We've come in with the block colours. Ish, how good is this vibe down on the ground?
So close to the atmosphere. Obviously had to wear my heels today, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to see over the screens. But yeah, great to be able to see the action so close. And a couple over the top of this pod as well. I'm sure we'll receive an absolute barrage last 6 overs, 3 wickets down. And you've got the likes of Gray Russ, Carlos Bruthett, and some hard-hitting all-rounders coming in for the West Indies.
Yet all of a sudden you think that Mitch McClenaghan's game plan will change from opening up today. He's coming in these later overs now. There's an opportunity here with a direct hit. The crowd were ready for it.
Rashid Khan, he's been in the action throughout the whole game. He would have been fine.
I think he's just giving him just a gentle reminder. I would have had you. You know what the reply would have been. Oh, you should have hit.
He's been an amazing story, Rashid Khan. Still very young and dominating on the world stage, whether it's playing at international cricket or in franchise tournaments.
There's a little bit of length and just muscles it to the onside. It's some good fielding. Tamar Mills saving for. There's still an opportunity. Might even pop upstairs for this one. Sam Billings with some great support to Mills.
Yeah, an excellent bit of work. He's been taken upstairs. And I think, yeah, he's fine. As soon as those bails are removed, his bat is over the line.
We might just keep an eye on Tamar Mills because I have a feeling he may have just tweaked his left quad in attempting to dive on this. We might throw over to Nas to see what he's got for the latest.
Yeah, you're right, Tamar. What's happened there, mate? Straight away you were waving at the dressing room.
Yeah, as I dived, I just felt something pop in my quad. So
You think it's gone?
hopefully not. We'll find out. But
Great bit of fielding, but that must frustrate you. You've had injury problems.
yeah, my first proper game of the summer. I've been playing a little bit of minor counters and stuff. So hopefully it's not too bad.
We're going to get some treatment.
Thanks for that insight there, Nasser, saying wonderful opportunity to have him roving around the ground, literally on the ground. He's been absolutely everywhere today, Nas. Unfortunately for Tamar Mills, he's coming off now shaking his head. He knew straight away.
Yeah, he said he had a pop in his quad, and usually that's not good. His first big cricket of the summer. He's been with us in the commentary box with the domestic games. Bowling good gas. Getting those slow balls out as well would be seriously disappointing.
That's Ben Brooks. He is now on the ground, looking very serious at the moment, but will be absolutely loving it. Lots of changes of pace here. Another opportunity. I love how Dinesh Ramden ran through, put the hand up to say, no, we won't go for the second on the overthrow. Marlon Samuels had no idea what was going on.
Incredible pick up and throw. Just the swivel and the silhouette from Rashid Khan. He's always in the game. Absolutely loves it out there. Playing at the home of cricket as well.
Good over so far from McClenaghan. Short, skied. There is no one down there. That will race away, and a much-needed boundary in this over.
Well, he could take it on because of that vacant area down fine leg, not completely in control of it. The fact that he was looking to go upwards means that he gets enough of it. It's been a good knock so far from Marlon Samuels.
Off the back foot on this occasion, finds the boundary rider. It's 10 runs coming from it, 137 for 3.
.41 from 19. Brilliant stuff from Samuels. Let's go pretty much immediately. Gave himself a couple of balls and then it was a 6 to the young leg spinner, Lamachane. Russell and Brathwaite to come. You know how big they can go.
So it's going to be Shahid Afridi once again from the JP Morgan Media Centre end. On the charge, decides to bail out of the big drive down the ground.
Full of life today is Shahid Afridi captaining the rest.
Lots of time, both for the hit and the catch. The man who has been in the action right throughout today, Rashid Khan, had the opportunity. Shahid Afridi's like, what do you mean you lost the ball?
Yeah, straight away. He drops it, Rashid Khan, and he points straight to the lights. Comes hard and flat. He gets into the right position. I think it's just at the last second he loses it.
First game here at Lord's for Rashid Khan. He wouldn't have had a lot of practice at the ground, particularly with the lights on. You could see straight away. Goes again, flatter, squarer, another boundary.
There's an absolute refusal from Nasser Hussain. How hard was that travelling?
Some pretty good footwork there from Nasser Hussain to get out of.
Lynchy.
Fuller on this occasion, good comeback. Last couple of balls, Ramsden is really up to the ante. Strike rate now of 133. He really needs to join the party here. On the charge, another adjustment of shot. It's a good delivery to finish with. Maybe 12 runs coming from that over. It's 149 for 3.
Yeah, good from Ramsden in the end. Greedy, changing up his length, changing up the speed of the ball, saw him coming. So 160 is par score in this ground. Going at 10s and over, will take them up to 189, the West Indies. Par score of 160, but two batters relatively set, and Dre Russ and Kars Brathwaite to come.
The big challenge now, though, is that this man is on, Rashid Khan.
Well, it's the perfect time for him to come on. Loves the challenge, loves batsmen coming at him.
Dinesh Ramsden more than happy to say back in his crease to Khan, try and see what he's got on delivery. See if it's the googly or the wrong, and potentially read it off the pitch, but he's got to be very, very careful if the 150 comes up.
He's read it pretty well so far, Samuels.
Some power off the back foot on that occasion, Marlon Samuels. He's edging closer. The half-century milestone, 43 from 21.
Phenomenal atmosphere here at the home of cricket. All for a good cause as well.
Sam Billings patrolling the mid-wicket boundary. 3 wicket-keeper batsmen in their team, the World 11, Sam Billings. Luke Ronke with the gloves on at the moment. Dinesh Karthik. Looks to go big. We're in the pot at the moment. We've got a good view of it. Pereira comfortably underneath it. It is a big wicket of Samuels.
Yeah, you could just hear it hit the toe of the bat, not able to get the power. I think he reads it. I think he reads the googly. Sets himself. And that is a brilliant catch. All played in good spirits here. And a brilliant knock from Marlon Samuels. 43 from 22 deliveries. It's 152 for 4.
The Master Blaster is in the house, and part of today's fundraising efforts will go towards his stadium, the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, and its rebuild. And speaking of rebuilding, you have to rebuild some of the fences here. The way Ramden is now starting to see the ball.
What a shot to finish the over, 158 for 4.
Sitting deep in his crease on this occasion. Beautiful part of that shot for Ramden. So he kept his balance even though he splayed that front leg open. Not trying to overhit it all. Was looking like a very good over there for the World 11. Well, we saw that the Master Blaster was in the house in Sir Vivian Richards. The Mark II is now out in the middle. Andre Russell. Strike rate, interesting, just under 130. When you think of him at the moment, you think so much bigger than that.
Well, this is going to be a brilliant battle. Andre Russell, Shahid Afridi.
There won't be pace, that's for sure. Not surprising that's given not out smiles all round. Played in such good spirits.
Had him at the top of the game. Dre Russ came into the pod for a chat. Spoke about the fact that it's just nice to be in West Indies colours once again. 2 years since the last time.
There's another shout. A little bit of contemplation there, but yet again declined. A wealth of cricket smarts here, Shahid Afridi. He's not 100%. Still getting the ball in areas to ask good questions. Pace off once again. But Russell finally gets off the mark.
Using the slope as well. The leg spinners been using the gradient of the slope but going against it. Make sure they get their lines right.
Stuart Law and the West Indies, what do you think they'll be looking at target-wise?
I'll tell you what, this has been a brilliant over so far. Just one from it, one to come. Ramden needs a boundary here.
Well, Isha Gua, he must have heard you. Once again, they've finished the over with a 6. Back-to-back overs, finishing on 6s. 2 overs to go, 165 for 4.
Yeah, when the pressure's been on, he's been able to deliver. Dinesh Ramdin smoked it away to the grandstand. How did Nasser see it?
Nasser's going to have a sore neck, I think, tomorrow. He's seen a lot sail right over his lid today. Rashid Khan coming in for the 19th over and his last. 2 for 24 of his 3 so far. Andre Russell faced 3 deliveries before he got off the mark with a single. Well, don't worry about dots or singles anymore because that has gone a country mile.
Here's an entertainer. We love watching him back. Andre Russell, what a strike. Yeah, the googly picks it down the slope as well. Lovely connection.
Let's find out where Nasser Hussain is. Did you get a good view of that, Nas?
Yeah, I did. I'm here with Shahid Afridi. Shahid, they gave you a guard of honour, your last international game. Are you emotional?
Oh, yeah, obviously. I think I want to thank ICC for that and MCC. I think it's a big honor for me. It's the last international game and in home of cricket. So obviously it's a memory which I can never forget.
No more comebacks?
No, that's it. You see my situation with the injury.
Did the body look like it was hurting?
No, from last 2, I'm in the ground after 2 months. After PSL, I didn't play any cricket. So this is my first day to hold the ball.
And you have to concentrate because Andre Russell's at the crease.
Yeah, I know. Thanks God my over is finished.
One more game, 100 T20 internationals as he sits on 99.
I love that. Thank God my overs are finished. Taking responsibility, the captain. What a brilliant player that he's been for cricket in general. He keeps making comebacks. Saw him score 100 to get his side to finals day. Hampshire opening the batting.
Got full toss and it got what it deserved. Big start to this second last over, 6-1-4.
You don't see that very often with Rashid Khan not landing it. Freebie for Ramdin to tuck into.
It's a rare sight. Not that, that's Sir Viv Richards.
No, I'd love to see him play 2020 cricket. Talked about Shahid Afridi being the Benjamin Button of cricket. Seems to get younger at the age of 38, but Viv Richards, he is looking good.
Yeah, I'd like to know his secret. Oh, straight down the ground. Dre Russ down on one knee. Straight into the pavilion.
Now the key for him is to go one. That's at Kyron Pollard hitting the roof here at Lords. Can Dre Russ hit one out of the ground?
Slightly concerned. Whether or not a gentleman in the pavilion got hit on the head. Well, I hope that guy gets out the way because this is back-to-back 6s. Huge, yeah, why not wink? It's a Chris Lynn wink. It's 189 for 4.
Yeah, he's hit this one even harder. Right out of the meat of the bat. Follow through. Where's that ended up? I think he might have been hit on the head. I don't think it was that ball. I think it might have been the one before, or was it that one? In any case, you've got to watch out when you're in the crowd. Nasser, where are you?
Right, I'm right in the middle with a 2 not-out batsman. Dinesh, is it just a case of hand it over to the big hits?
Give it to the big guy. He's going to do the rest.
And you're just going to try and hit every ball out of the ground?
Yeah, it's clear and sail. Everything has to go.
Everything has to go. Leg side towards that short boundary?
Well, straight everywhere. Open mind.
Come on, let's clear the glands.
He's in better form than me now, so.
You're not hitting it very well, are you?
Yeah, not really.
Go.
Not hitting it well. It's gone to the top tier of the pavilion. He's hitting them well. What's the next postcode here, Ish? You're a local?
Yeah, I think he's heading on down to Hammersmith.
Right, Mitch McClenaghan from the media end. Deep in the crease goes Ramden, gets a big bit of it. It's going to clear third and race away.
Simon Doyle trying to field it on the boundary. Nearly fell out of the pod. Yeah, just the width on offer there. Too much when you've got a third man up. It's a free hit for the right-hander. Even if he doesn't time it.
Yeah, McClenaghan will know that Ramden will try and stay deep in his crease. So he needs, number one, to get his length right. Field is going to remain the same. 5 deliveries to work with here, the Windies. 7 shy of 200. Oh, goes wide. That is pressure. Ramden wants to get Dre Russ onto strike.
I'm sort of wondering about his plans here, Mitch McClenaghan. Whether it's a case of not wanting to telegraph it. He's got 3 men out in the deep on the leg side, 2 men back straight, and the deep cover now coming straighter. Change, because he wants to bowl outside the off stump. So that third man going back quite wide. He wants to hit that wide line.
And straight to the fielder. Chance if he hits. They've had their opportunities, the World 11. Yeah, it's a substitute right in the middle of the game at the moment. Who would have thought when he woke up this morning that he'd be out in the middle of Lords playing for the World 11?
weren't you? Because he used to rattle through him, and this was the start of the day. They gave him a guard of honour. He looked a little embarrassed, actually. He didn't want to walk through it. When I first saw him run up, I thought he's not going to get to the crease, and then he bowled that one. But you're right, because he's always just blitzed it through, isn't he?
A little bit more spin, a bit more guard. Who knows? Not so much a test cricket, stuff like that. That pace might have been successful.
Well, we'll never know, because that's his last bowl in international cricket, that's for sure. But it's going to be a challenge for the rest of the world. It is 200 runs at obviously 10 and over to try and win this hurricane relief game. Remember, it's a full T20 international, but a lot of funds are trying to be raised to help the people of the Caribbean recover after those two awful hurricanes of Irma and Maria. So if you want to help, go to skysports.tv/hurricane, and you can go there and help out by making a small donation. Tamim Iqbal, he can certainly put bat to ball. What's Carlos Brathwaite and his team got for us? Will the world champions defend this 199 for 4? Rob Key is with Simon Doyle.
We're going to see spin to start with. Tamim Iqbal. Luke Ronke is out in the middle with Tamim Iqbal. Samuel Badri, so used to bowling with this brand new ball. Don't expect it to turn too much. He bowls wicket to wicket, very skiddy, straight, doesn't get a lot of bounce. Tamim Iqbal will be better off looking to play him straight, maybe a little bit offside, rather than looking to turn him away with any little amount of turn into that onside. Luke Ronke's come off a very good Pakistan Super League in the UAE. Can't get it through. Key alongside me, 200, tall order.
Very, very tall order. Good side as well, this Windies team. I mean, there he is, Carlos Brathwaite. Badri, generally you see him in this role. Where is Pauline Fowler in his cardigan? He must be wandering around somewhere. Seen him, I think he's having a little bit of a break, our roving reporter. Hiding somewhere.
Look at that strike rate. Average just a little under 19, but a strike rate best of only 51 against the West Indies. That was for New Zealand. Played 4 internationals for Australia, where he moved across to New Zealand, was born in New Zealand, of course, and Danny Burke. A lot of time in Perth. Close, close. Oh, no reviews. Clipping leg stump, Rob.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. That looked bang in front, really. That's exactly what Badri does. He bowls it quick, he bowls it straight, and if there's an inside nick, no, that looks more than clipping.
We'll find out in a moment, but yeah, I would have thought could have easily put the finger up. Ronke gets away with it. You get a freebie in a game like this, don't you?
Can't be out first ball in any cricket, can you? I do with my kids all the time.
You've got to hit him straight. You've got to look straight for Badri. He's got 33 wickets in the power play in international cricket. What about this? Would this have been... Oh, yeah. Oh, please. 34. Thanks very much. Every right to go up and plead and plead. Yes. What's that missing, sir?
Who's that? That almost looked like the googly, just slid across. Right. He'll count himself unlucky, Badri. First overdone, 3 for none.
Terrific start. Ronke with a bit of good fortune. Rashid there. Dinesh Karthik, of course, left of screen. Wonderful IPL with the bat. 6 not outs for the Kolkata Knight Riders, 4 of those in winning chases.
He's a good captain as well. He just struck me as a very good captain for the KKR.
Yeah, absolutely. Captain this man, didn't he? Ray Russell. The Kolkata Knight Riders. He very good job. But of course, taking over from Gautam Gambhir, who moved to Delhi and then decided to opt out. Gambhir, the captain, just Gambhir, the batsman. He had a great start to the tournament, so they opted out halfway through. But Ray Russell, used to this role with the new ball, get it through. Starts with a wide.
What pace was that? First up, we saw Mitchell McClenaghan actually look like he was just trotting in a bit, which you can understand. That's 89.4 straight away. Andre Russell looks like someone, a bit like Tamal Mills. He doesn't know any other way than bowling quick. There's a fella who used to play for England, you probably played against him, David Lawrence, who used to bowl as fast as he could, whether it was a charity game or anything.
Awful memories of David Lawrence at the Basin Reserve in Wellington with his knee. Yeah.
During the World Cup, was
yeah.
Both of them was carrying him off?
Yep. It was just prior to the World Cup, I think it was, at the Basin Reserve in a one-day game against New Zealand, and David Lawrence, and you could hear it around the Basin Reserve when he went and the knee went completely from underneath him. He just, it was the most awful thing I think I'd seen on a cricket field. Fully recovered. Such a big man. He looked more like a heavyweight, didn't he, than a cricketer, than a fast bowler.
He bowled with good pace as well. That sort of slow run up and then really flew in. Not so much Dre Russ. He's just pure rhythm. I think I can call him Dre Russ. It's Andre Russell.
Yeah, genuine athlete, isn't he? Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant, Evan Lewis. Oh, backfield, you name it. He is an athlete, Evan Lewis.
Well, biggest cheer of the day with that bit of work. That was excellent fielding. That was hit hard, gave himself a bit of room, did everything right, just didn't get it high enough. The pace of Russell, toe of the bat. He really threw everything at that, but he didn't get it over Lewis. Like a goalkeeper, he plucks that out of the air. Well, you don't often see that in charity games, that is for sure. You don't see that in many internationals at times. That is excellent. Hexdale goes for 2, 4 for 1.
All the fun you need.
World 11 have lost their first. Tammy McBar gone. The English contingent, Sam Billings. For the crease, good strike rate, average. It was a report card for school, needs work.
Well, this doesn't need any work. Doesn't quite find the middle, and that's why, but it still went pretty hard. That is a brilliant piece of timing. The jump was perfect. It was going, didn't bust through his hands at all.
Just wonder if he got too far away from it. Tammy McBar, he gave himself some room and ended up too far away from it. Couldn't find the middle of the bat.
That's the best thing to do as a bowler, though. As soon as you see the batsman go away or to the leg side, you throw it the opposite way he's moving.
Absolutely. Short, wraps him on the gloves. Well, the last thing you need, isn't it? One of these games, you're captain of your county, jumped off the plane, went and played a game straight away. Sam Billings, I know it was rain affected, travelled last night, joined the team, plays today, travels first thing in the morning for a game tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Big game as well in the Royal London, 50-over competition here in England. It's a very short and sharp tournament that. Can't afford too many slip-ups. Kent are on a bit of a roll. Well, you need Andre Russell.
First year as captain as well, isn't it, for Sam Billings? So I talked to him in India about that. He was certainly looking forward to coming back and taking on that role.
Yeah, did it well in his first game. King had an easy win. Marshall the troops. I think he's one of these captains who's going to come out with massive statements and interview. Already, he said it was the best fielding display he's ever seen. I mean, seriously.
Would have said it in a very posh accent, though. Oh, freebie. Freebie. That's what it's all about. Finish the over with a boundary. 2 overs gone 8 for 1.
Why would you bowl a full toss on leg stump? Why do you bowlers do it? There's no point to that. Too short and then a full tilt.
No, I never bowled one. Few half volleys. Maybe not full tosses on me. Oh, it's freebie. He says, there you go, local lad, you can have one. Tell you what, I wouldn't have bowled too many if I could bowl 145. Reading the form for tomorrow, is he at Exeter? What's he doing there, Nasser Hussain?
We can't have people's names there. Let's know who it is.
Badri with a second. Should have had a wicket in his first. Ronke just faced one delivery. Oh, what about this time? Is he going to make up for it? He is. He is. That one looked like it might have been a little more leg side, but still just clipping perhaps. And Ronke goes.
Yeah, should have had him the time before. There's absolutely no doubt. Just does him for length, does him for pace, skids on. You've got to be so careful playing Badri, playing across the line. He's always going to skip off the surface, even though it's a slow pitch. Ronke couldn't get to grips with him, and the 2 balls he faced, he goes for naught, 8 for 2.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't he? Samuel Badri, wicket to wicket, we've talked about it. Skids it on, very hard to pull. Top of leg stump. Just got to look to play him straight.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't really turn the ball a lot. Just the top spin that he gets all the time. Nasser, what you got in your book? What is it you're looking at?
I've got a Kent man, Rob. I've got Sam Billing. Sam, you've lost a couple of early wickets. Do you stop going hard or you keep going hard in this power play?
Well, you have to obviously assess conditions. Both new batsmen have only faced three balls, so but giving yourself a bit of time now. I think if you lose 3 early wickets in most 2020 games, I think it's 80% you lose. So matter of trying to just get a partnership together, run it around a bit and give yourself a chance.
You're a well-travelled man, aren't you? You IPL, then you're playing the other day and you're playing tomorrow at Beckenham.
Yeah, exactly. All good fun, mate. All good fun. Go well. Thanks.
Dinesh Karthik. Oh, he has a real job to do, that is for sure. They need to start going because the problem is it's a pretty decent pitch and they need to really get a move on.
Well, speaking of decent, one of the greatest of all time. Come to join us in the pod. Sir Vivian Richards, evening to you, sir. How are you?
Hi, it's good to see you guys. Done a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there. You guys been doing a great job, man, for the game itself and the excitement that you guys bring. Just giving it a little bit of life. I love it. I love it.
It's great to have you with us, I tell you, and great for this match as well, I must say. Obviously, going to the hurricane victims that hit the Caribbean so hard, and great to see you here, obviously, supporting this cause as well.
Well, what I think is most important than anything else last night, that was the start. We had the dinner. We had a great night, and to the guys who would have slept well enough to be here today, that's also important, to be out there doing their stuff and the support. You look and see the crowd here tonight. And I'm just moved, really, because I was at home at the same time when we had all this hurricane stuff and the winds and the rains. But it's nice to see just a huge response from the British public. I'm very pleased and excited about that.
Such a great affinity, haven't they? So many great West Indian players, not only yourself, but so many through a huge... the West Indies and England as well.
Yeah, it's